Proceed. It was dope, IQ.
Yeah. What's happening, world? Welcome back to another episode of the 426 show, the 426 show. Today I got a guest host in here, my guy, Big OC.
What's happening?
Yeah, man. We just here, man. At the 426 show, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome everybody else. Hit the like, subscribe. Let's get things going. This is the show right here where we try to make even out of the things going on in this odd world today, man. The 426 show. Thanks for being on there, Will. Appreciate it, Big OC.
No doubt.
Appreciate it.
Ready to chop it up.
Yeah, man. So you do other shows and everything too, right?
Yeah. I got a online radio show right now. It's 101. Online, I do a show called the Artist Table, where we're interviewing a lot of local artists, DJs, dancers, musicians, anything that has to do with art, music, and the culture of hip hop, primarily in Orange County. That's pretty much where we try to be exclusive there and try to give the people in Orange County their shine.
Okay, that's cool. That's interesting, man. We're gonna go ahead and check that out. You want to tell people where they can go check that out at?
Yeah. You can download the app. It Hits 101. Hits 101 Radio. Download the app and just go through the app and look for the show, The Artist Table, and it'll have our times as far as when our shows go live or get broadcasted.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Well, here on our show here, man, we like to talk about current events, things that are happening, things going down in the world today. And as far as the current event, we just had that Super Bowl, man. You get a chance to watch that?
I did. Even though I haven't watched a whole lot of football, it seems like ever since that Kaepernick stuff went down, my my viewership of the NFL has gone down a little bit. But it's the Super Bowl, so I wanted to see what was happening.
Yeah, man, it's the Super Bowl, man. You gotta tap into the Super Bowl, man. And Tom Brady, man, he did his thing once again. That's number 7, bro. That's number 7 in the books.
Right. I mean, is that GOAT talk or is it are we ready to go GOAT talk with Tom Brady? And I'm talking about quarterback. You got a lot of people out there that want to. You got people that want to give him greatest athlete, but I'm not going that far.
Yeah, you can't say greatest athlete. That definitely can't be the greatest athlete, but we got to give him that. We have to put him in the GOAT conversation when it comes to quarterbacks, bro. Yeah, 7. Then he went to a brand new team. This is a new team, man. This is a new team. This isn't the Patriots, although they implemented some things from the Patriots. But I mean, he's in a different climate, a different area. He had to get acclimated to a whole new team. And I mean, he still went and brought it home, man. He did that, bro.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I like Tom Brady, but I know he understands he was in the situation where he probably had weapons he never had before, right? Because New England ran on that, we gonna pay cats with food stamps over here. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get some top-notch players in there, but it seems like they don't last. They want to do it with a lot of blue-collar workers. And I believe at Tampa Bay, Tom Brady got him some white collars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got him some Wall Streeters, and he was ready to roll.
Yeah, he definitely had an arsenal, and most importantly, he got Gronkowski, bro. You know what I'm saying? What is a better duo than Tom Brady and Gronkowski in any sports?
I mean, after last night, they broke records, so they pretty much solidified, what they do. But it just seems like there's just something missing. Like, what is it that's missing from Tom Brady that don't let us just give him hands down? Like, yeah, he's a man. There's just
because
something.
he make it look easy. That's what it is, man. He makes it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? But is that it? He makes it look easy. If he didn't make it look easy, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. And like who's a better duo than Gronk and Tom Brady though, bro? In any sport.
I mean, if you're going right now playing, there is none. So you'd have to go back in time to put that together. But still, they didn't already surpass those duos. So
yeah, so
that's like,
we might have to go in
out
out of football. Like is Snoop and Dr. Dre are they a better duo than Tom Brady?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Laverne and
Ashford
Shirley,
and Simpson. Ashford and
Ashford,
Simpson. You know what I'm saying?
Ashford and Simpson. Ebony and Ivory is. I mean, who is?
You know what I'm saying?
Like you got to go
Ike
outside
and
the
Tina,
sports
Ike
rim.
and Tina, nigga. Oh, Ike and Tina, you know. It's hard to.
They made hits. Ike made hits. Ike made hits. That's wrong though, man. I'm not advocating abuses of women, but you know. But look, at the same time, though, I mean, we got to call it. At the same time, bro, we got to call it. I mean, I watched the Super Bowl, man, and some of them calls were questionable, bro. Some of those calls were questionable. I mean, the dude Mateo, he got a call on the goal line, you know, Kansas City Chiefs.
that kind of like holding, blocking, pass interference type that they called. Yeah, and I could see it in his face. He was looking at the ref like, buddy, that's routine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. What I did there is routine. Nobody calls that. You know what I'm saying. You ain't supposed to call it. Plus, that ball was uncatchable. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But you got to think about it, man. The narrative. Who you think they want? I mean, it ain't like Mahomes ain't gonna be a golden boy in the future, but for right now, I think more money plays with Tom Brady, you know, being at center stage right now. You know what I'm saying? I think there's more box office with Tom Brady than Mahomes, because Tom Brady just has more. He just has more cachet than Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be everywhere. Everybody, you know, wants to talk to Tom Brady. He got the model wife, you know, and all that. So it looks good. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. So, you know, I believe that the story with Tom Brady, you know, is just more of an appealing story to just the masses in general. And you know, that's how I'm gonna go with that one. So, you know, it's there's a lot of quarterbacks out there, you know, and you want to look at them and you want to try to compare them all to Tom Brady, but numbers wise, he blows everybody out the box. There's nothing exactly that or there's not too many stats or stat lines out there that Tom Brady is not either 1, 2, or 3. But I'll tell you where he's probably last. I'll tell you where he comes in last at. I guarantee he's one of the bottom 5 when it comes to rushing yards for a quarterback. Because Tom Brady's not running nowhere. He's the ultimate pocket passer. He's letting you know he's the ultimate pocket passer. He's going to throw that rock. He's going to do his thing, guaranteed. Oh, you back. I was holding it down, man.
Hey. Yeah, I had some technical difficulties here, man. But we're back in effect, though. We're back in effect, you know.
Yeah, I was still holding it down. No worries. But yeah, I was talking about Tom Brady. I was talking about his stats and saying I guarantee you he comes in on the bottom. The stat where he's not the leader is rushing yards for a quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he doesn't move around like that, man. He's not mobile.
at all.
He's not mobile like that, but he doesn't need to be, man. That's the
Right.
whole thing about it.
Well, but it seems like for some odd reason, either his linemen block harder for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think it's something when you blocking for a Super Bowl quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You start blocking a little bit harder because he
yeah.
only
Well, I
got
mean,
sacked one time.
yeah,
Mahomes was running crazy all game.
yeah,
he was like, he was running. He was under stress all game. Mahomes.
yeah, yeah. They had
You know what I'm saying?
their defense was the truth, man. Their
Yeah.
defense was the problem, but then it also helps, man. It also helps when you got refs like this, like these refs that they had at this game, man. Like
Hey man,
they're
hold
blowing
on,
some.
man. Hold on, man. You got to celebrate. It's this is the new historical times. Female
Uh,
officiating the game. You got
I
to
mean,
take your hat
I'm not
off.
going
You
to
got to you
blame
got
it
to
on
tip
her.
your hat
We
to
gonna
her.
look. We're gonna congratulate the women. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna bash the women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was she was making the bad calls, but congratulations to her for being the first female ref to referee a Super Bowl. That's an accomplishment in itself. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to her on that. That's I commend that. You have to commend that.
Yeah,
I'm
but to
not
keep it
taking
all the
anything.
way real,
Uh,
it wasn't necessary.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If
yeah,
you ask 9 out of 10 players and let them tell the truth without getting fined, because now cats are playing under a lot of rules. Where 4 years ago she'll get ran off the field.
yeah,
You make one bad call, they running her clear off the field.
yeah,
It was just a different time. They've weakened these players, through fines and things like that, to where they just can't say nothing no more.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It ain't like it used to be.
but my whole thing is, man. Hey, there's been terrible officiating, going on for years in football. So at the end of the day, salute to Sarah Thomas for stepping on the field, being the first female to participate in the Super Bowl. The calls were terrible, though. I'm not blaming her because they ref as a team. I don't think a couple of the calls that were awful. I don't think they were. It was her fault. But at the end of the day, she's a referee, so she still needed to get her eyes checked because they did a terrible job, bro. They did,
Yeah,
and like you said, the story that they want to paint, of course, they want the hero. Tom Brady is America's hero. Tom Brady's America's quarterback. Good-looking guy, date the model. Cleft in the chin. He's the typical American story. So yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
We could bring him in our living room for sure.
yeah,
Everybody, we can bring him in
yeah.
our living
So
room.
yeah, so of course, they want to, maybe they want to slide it his way, and then we have he has 7 Super Bowls, but also, you know, he has asterisks in a couple of those wins. You know what I'm saying? Little spying going on, little
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
deflating
yeah,
footballs and everything, whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
But
There was a pass that was really a fumble. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That they gave him back in the day. There's been some. He's gotten some boost. On his way to getting to where he's at right now. Because there's a lot of
yeah,
times where it could have went the other way, guaranteed. But last night there was no doubt about it. And I guess we speak in these terms where we give Tom Brady all the credit, but we understand that without that defense gave up 3 field goals.
mm,
So the last time they played, it was 24-27. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So that defense clearly stepped up.
Yeah.
You know what
They
I'm saying? They
defense
clearly
shut
stepped
down.
up.
Yeah,
Right. So that's what changed the game.
that Yeah, so as far that's my thing. Like people can say what they want about the officiating, but that defense, they shut down Mahomes, man. They shut he could he was pressured to death, man. He was sweating, bro. Like he couldn't rest in the pocket. They said he ran like the cumulative yards of him running inside the pocket was over 480 yards. Running not to get sacked, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he's running the wrong way. You're not running vertical. You're going horizontal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be going that way, not this way,
And his vertical yards, I want to think he only had 30-something yards rushing. You know what I'm saying?
Like because he couldn't turn it up. He couldn't turn upfield, man. So
but what I
at the
did
same
notice,
time,
what I did
so
notice
at the
is
same time,
he'll let that ball go any kind of way though.
He definitely did that. He threw a lot of, and they dropped a lot of balls too, man. The Chiefs dropped a lot of balls, man. Like a lot of balls hit their hands. They dropped a lot of balls. So besides the referees beating them, besides Tom Brady beating them, they beat themselves, man. At the end of the day,
Yep.
It is what it is, man. We're gonna go on to the next story, man. This has already been talked about. I'm pretty sure. I'm still like blown away by it. It doesn't make any sense to me, why somebody would do this to themselves, But I guess today, everybody is they want attention, and so we got the rap. You talk about you have your artist show and everything and whatnot,
Yeah.
The local artist show. We got this artist, Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah. Lil Uzi Vert. Say it fast.
Yeah,
say it fast.
Lil Uzi
Lucifer.
Vert.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Lucifer, right?
He did. Yeah, he did some weird stuff, man. He went in and implanted a diamond in his forehead, bro. Like who does that, man? I don't
black
get it,
folks.
man.
Young black folks in hip hop, man.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like on some punk rock type of stuff. Like they're the ones that are known to like. It seems like rap music has turned like towards like punk and tattoos and piercings, and it's just a lot of weird stuff going on right now, man. Like this diamond, he got a diamond implanted in his forehead, right?
Right.
So it's supposed to be a pink diamond worth $24 million. Me personally, I don't believe that is $24 million, but it may be. But at the end of the day, it's idiotic, man. That's just weird to me. Like
it's part of where the culture's going, man. Hip hop has become consumerism. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's ultra consumerism at that, because you got these young kids buying all this jewelry and doing things with this jewelry that's really unexplainable. I'm not sure what he could say to anybody to make this make sense. I don't want to hear nothing about you on no higher plane. You got some different frame of thought. You got this. Like, no, sir. You put your pants on, you put socks on, you put shoes on.
But now you got to now you got to shine it up in the morning before you leave the house.
Exactly.
You got to shine it up, man.
You just come on and say, I'm a damn fool, and then I'll be like, I'm with it. Then I'm with it.
Yeah. But my thing is, look, he made headlines though. But my thing is, he wasn't the first one to do it. The first he bit off of this other cat named Sauce Walker. He bit off this rapper named Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker did it first.
And Sauce Walker does a lot of vlogs, don't he?
Yeah.
He does a lot of that big talk, like, ain't nobody I'm doing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I done seen some of his videos.
Yeah, because he Sauce Walker, he's from the streets, and he gets his money many different ways and whatnot, has a lot of ism in his talk, and he did it first. And then he said he even said when he did it, he said, well, what are y'all gonna do? He's like, somebody gonna come and put it in the forehead like the Avatar, and then and here we are, Lil Uzi Vert, man. $24 million carat diamond. And then, like you said, like, he plays with the devil and stuff a lot. I'm not into all that, man. That's not my thing.
But see, at
And
the end of the day, like I said, these cats, once they get some bread, they get an audience. So at that point, they figured, I'm gonna say anything. I
yeah,
play with the devil. I don't even know when I hear that kind of shit. I don't even know what that means. I don't
yeah.
even know what that means because you
Because
probably
then on
eat
his,
cereal in the morning. You probably eat cereal. So you know what I'm saying? With your Fruit
yeah,
Loops, you talking about the devil. It don't even go, man. It don't even go.
yeah, yeah. See, and
These
then
cats talk like
but
they
on
ain't
his
gonna never get
Twitter,
old.
yeah, on his Twitter page, he says, like, he posted up a picture where he had blood dripping down on the diamond, and he said, "Pray for me. If this comes out, I die." You know what I'm saying? But he said, "Pray for me." But like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like they're playing with the fans too much, man. I feel like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
playing,
that's all it is.
and people could be influenced, but at the end of the day, I got gray hairs in my beard, so maybe I'm just removed from this, what's going on today. You
No,
know,
no, no. It's not that you remove. It's that you were young once,
yeah,
and bullshit sounded good,
yeah,
and so you sit back and you say, hey, Lil Uzi Vert.
uh,
You think like, do you guys think you're gonna be 40 one day, or does your
uh,
mind do you walk in this alternate realm where you assume that you ain't gonna get old, or you gonna
right,
get taken out of here before you get there? You know what I'm
right,
saying? It's
yeah,
kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy that is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's crazy because I know you got a mom and you got a dad and you got cousins and
mm,
shit. So cut it out. Cut
right.
it out.
And then, like they say, old head, but it's a privilege to be an old head, man. A lot of people didn't make it, man. A lot of people don't make it to get grays in their beard. A lot of people don't make it past the age of 40. You know what I'm saying? So it's a privilege to get old, man. And I feel like the youth nowadays, they're living fast and they're not thinking about like living old. They're disrespect, like old head, like you old head, this and that. Like, oh, he's old. Yeah, no, he's experienced, seasoned. You know, somebody that you can learn from, somebody that you should aspire to be like, and you want to live longer then,
But
But,
that comes from people that may not have grew up around any old people, right? Because as
yeah,
time goes, unless that old person was really instrumental in your life, people begin to lose value in older people, and especially young people, because they don't
yeah,
know what to go to them for. Like, what,
right.
that old lady, she just sitting there, grandma just sitting there. What do I go to her for? You know what I'm saying?
But they go,
But she's
but
got a
the
lot.
yeah, but the youth nowadays, they run to the they run to their parents, they run to the elder, but the respect isn't there. It's just like everything's just given, like everything is just a privileged, you know. A lot of the youth nowadays. Well, I don't know. I'm sounding like an old man myself right now.
Hey, we're already there, man. I know we got homies our age that are grandparents. So
Yeah,
where we go with that? You know what I'm saying?
right,
You gotta play the game you win.
right.
You know what I
But
mean?
but even when we were younger though, wasn't nobody we weren't trying to pierce diamonds in our forehead though, man. Even
Nah,
even when we were younger, man.
barely trying to get tattoos, man.
Yeah, this is
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
I mean, this is crazy, but this is the world that we live in, man. And
Right,
that's what
right.
I'm saying. I'm trying to make I'm trying to make evens of it. I'm trying to. It's just odd. It's just but it is what it is. This is where we're going in the world today. A lot of face tattoos, a lot of body piercings, a lot of color in the hair, and that's just the time. It's like it seems like humans are evolving away from humans. From being human. It's like they're doing away with gender. It's a trip. It's like that was cool. Like our last story, like Sarah Thomas, the female rep. That was cool. We have a female rep. She's a female though. She's a woman. That's good. Congratulations to the women, men. But
Well,
nowadays,
it
like they're
seems
trying to,
they're trying to unblur the lines, right?
yeah,
Like, where's the line? But you see what I'm saying? There's
mm,
they got to start. They have to whatever they're trying to socialize people into, they got to start somewhere, right?
Right.
And they've already
Right.
started. So the kids that are coming up now in elementary school, they're hearing about same-sex marriage every day, right?
Yeah.
When we were in school, that wasn't the talk every day. So we're
Right.
socialized a certain way, but the kids now coming up, they hear it every day.
Every
So
day.
as they get older, they're going to accept more that comes along with that. And as the older ones fall out, they just continue to degrade society more and more, as far as I'm concerned. Because
Yeah.
it's that line's going to be there. That bathroom situation, that dressing room situation, all that stuff's going to play a part. It's
Yeah.
all going to come up, and how we going to deal with it? Is it going to be funny then, or we just going to let everybody do what they want to do?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's his face, it's his forehead. You know, Uzi can do whatever he want to do, man. If he wants
It's
to,
just an influence, Mash. Listen,
yeah,
we smart people. Smart people are going to condone this and do stories. How many stories have been done? All hip hop is going to cover this, and there's going to be many that are going to agree with this, based on
yeah,
some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well,
And it's like, what are you
it's like,
feeding people?
yeah, it's like they're going to agree with it, right or wrong. Like it's like if you're at the top of the game, it's like whatever you do is going to be perceived as right. Unfortunately, and that's what happened to the culture now. The culture is just when it comes to hip hop, the culture now is just there are no rules. It's like the culture's watered down, and it's like whatever is happening at the time is what's happening at the time. They're going to celebrate it. Like a lot of the labels are a lot of labels are pushing like they're pushing trash music. They're not. There's no consciousness in the music that's being pushed. There's no consciousness in the music that gets shine and gets light. And it's like you can be. It's like what Trump said. Like he could shoot somebody in Central Park and none of his followers will have any problems with it. He won't
Right.
lose
They'll
any
still vote for him.
supporters. Yeah, he'll lose. He won't lose any supporters, and that's the same thing with rappers. Rappers could do anything nowadays. If you're on top, if you're on top, you can do anything, and the fans are going to find an excuse for any and everything. No matter what's going on. Like what's the guy YMW Melly?
Mm-hmm.
Like they said he killed his friends. Did he lose fans? He's in jail right now for allegedly murdering his friends. But you still see on Twitter, you still see on social media, free YMW Melly. Free, like, I mean, if he did that, we want him free. Like, does he deserve to be on the street? If he would kill his best friend and his other friend, like his friends, does he deserve to be on the street? But because he's a rapper, free him. Like if that was my brother, nah, you're not
Man,
coming, unless you
these
defending your life. There's no excuse for
these
that.
these young kids, they don't see it that way. You gotta. I mean, they came up on uh, million moving parts at all times. You know what I'm saying? They can't sit still. Attention deficit disorder. There's just so much nonsense coming at them as they sit on social media and
Mm-hmm.
absorb all these memes and all these stories. It's hard to even if these kids even know what's real or not. It's hard to even know if they believe homeboy's in jail because who knows? He may put out an Instagram video from jail like it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
they've made all these institutions cool to where jail is cool. Oh shit, niggas in jail with cell phones. They making videos. Niggas Instagrams is popping from jail. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
jail is now becoming the spot where, oh shit, nigga, where was you at last week? Oh, I was in jail, nigga. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's nothing to,
Yeah.
like they got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's the cool thing, man. It's the thing to do. You know, I'm
Right.
just trying to see now. So Sauce Walker, he did the cheek. Uzi did the forehead. I'm trying to see who's coming after them. Like, what are they gonna do? You know,
Man, it's gonna have
who's
to be
next?
something in the face, somebody gonna, do a whole chin strap. It's gonna be a whole chin strap, a diamond. A
Yeah, man.
full
I
strap,
was
you know what I mean?
yeah. Speaking of Trump, I was talking about Trump uh, being able to get away with everything, man. How you think that impeachment is going to play out? They start that tomorrow. They start his impeachment trial tomorrow, man.
Um, you know, the same with what we're talking about music, right? You got a segment of America that don't know what's real and what's not, right?
Right.
So it's I don't know if you've been having the same issues I've been having. It's hard to speak to people that believe the election was stolen. I don't know what to say to these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't,
Yeah.
I don't, I don't, I don't. They can really only talk to each other because after 2, 3 minutes, you looking at them like, are you crazy? Like you've grown up in this country your whole life, right?
Right.
But how come in the last 4 years you've become delusional? You've gotten
Yeah.
delirious. Like something ain't making sense. Like you're believing stuff that's not real. And
Yeah.
that internet done memed you to death. And you
Yeah.
just are believing everything that's out there. But these people get validated when they win Senate seats, when they
Yeah.
win Congress seats, then it begins to get validated. So you telling me they lying? Well, this congressperson just got elected and they're saying the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it becomes a point of who am I?
No.
How do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's dangerous as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like you said, it's like people aren't living in reality. Like, like I tell everybody else, they're like, it was rigged. It was rigged. First of all, this past election. I mean, we're talking about the past. I mean, that was what, a couple months ago. But this past election, they're saying it was rigged, but they wanted to discount all the votes in the black municipals. In Milwaukee, in Atlanta, and, that's Detroit. They wanted to discount all of those votes. And then my thing is, people were like, "Oh, it was stolen. The election was stolen, and it was rigged. It was they hacked the computers. This is my thing. They hacked the computers. I tell people, okay, if they hacked the computers in Georgia, they hacked the computers. Yeah, they hacked the computers. Okay, so who hacked the hand recount?
Right.
The hand recount. They counted them by hand.
No, no, no,
Recounted
no,
them by
no.
hand.
But we didn't get to see it though.
Yeah, yeah. But like they act like there weren't any other Republicans in the room. So it's just a trip, man. So what Trump's lawyers are saying right now is basically he can't be tried. It's unconstitutional for him to even have a trial tomorrow because they're saying he's no longer in office. So they can't try him, even though the impeachment happened while he was in office.
I believe they have to try him based on he did what he did while he was president.
Yeah,
So
at the end,
you
yeah,
you can't just like he couldn't have been president and done some wild shit that was clearly wild and then I ain't president no more, so you got to let that slide
yeah,
because
and
you're gonna
that's
still
what they're
have
trying to
presidents
do.
going forward. You're gonna still
Yeah,
have presidents going forward, so you can't say nothing to Biden then if he chooses to act just as crazy because
yeah,
from there you start to lose control of it, and that's what we're we're trying Trump because we're trying to bring some normalcy back to the office.
Exactly.
And not trying him will have us in a place of what if,
Yeah.
what's going to happen. There's too many whats. There's too many unknowns if we let this slide.
Yeah.
Even if he's not convicted and removed, they still got to go through the process.
Yeah, they still got to go through the process, and then that's part of their argument as well. They're trying to say there was no due process. They just voted to impeach him without any due process. But my whole thing is like, we all have eyes, and they were there. They witnessed it. They were under desks. They were hiding in the hallways. It's like, what more due process do you need? Like, you were there firsthand to understand that the pressure that people were putting on the Capitol from the outside, and people breaking down barriers and chasing people through the hallways. It's like, you're there. So they're trying to use no due process as an excuse, like saying, well, he wasn't able to present his evidence. And also what they did is too, they also invited him to be a witness to testify. You know?
Just like you said, they all understand the situation, and at the end of the day, they're all eyewitnesses. The ones that were sitting in the hall, those are all eyewitnesses at the end of the day.
Right.
Because forget Trump being able to call witnesses. We're gonna call y'all, and we're gonna
Right.
ask y'all what happened. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was Secret Service? Was Capitol Hill Police in here with their guns drawn? Were gunshots fired in this building? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And when they say yes, I mean those things right there just is really all you need to hear. Forget all the details. It's like motherfuckers were here up here on the hill shooting.
Yeah.
Coming through with Trump flags and Confederate flags and all kind of bullshit.
Yeah. So in this article from the New York Times, so they're basically, his legal team is basically denying the incitement in Trump impeachment. They're like, he didn't incite it, and he can't be tried, which makes no sense to me. So the lawyer, his lawyer, because he also had problems finding legal representation. A lot of attorneys were dropping him. He couldn't find anyone to take on this case, because to me it's pretty open, open shut. We already know what he did. Regardless of people want to say, oh, he didn't incite people, it wasn't him, and even though, I mean, it was all planned, it was all orchestrated. And then they got, I saw his whole rally. I saw the whole rally before they went to the Capitol, and then he told them that he was going to be there. He said, I'm going to go over there, and you're going to go over there with me. Then he also told them, he said, we want you, we want to save democracy as we know it. We got to fight like hell. And here his attorney, he says, this impeachment proceeding was never about seeking justice. His attorney, Bruce Castor Jr. And I don't get, if it's not about seeking justice, then what is it about? Like, the lives were lost, police were injured, killed, a police officer lost his life. I think 2 police officers lost their life. One lost sight.
Now, ultimately, that's the hypocrisy of the whole thing. But how everything is so politicized right now, they can make it this side against that side. I don't have to bring any truth in. I just have to just keep reiterating that Trump's getting done wrong, right?
Right. Yeah.
So all his fans are gonna go with that. Trump is getting done wrong. He's getting done wrong. He's getting done wrong. Nobody's addressing, or nobody on his side is addressing really what happened, or is they say, oh, you're blowing it out of proportion.
Like, that's crazy.
That's the craziest thing that's ever happened that a lot of people have ever even seen. So I mean, to say it was people are blowing it out of proportion, man, they kill police up there. I don't know how out of proportion they could get.
Yeah, makes absolutely no sense. And then I mean, it's never happened before. What happened, but like in 1800s or something, like back when they had bayonets and
Yeah.
back when they had gunpowder, they had to pour gunpowder into the rifles, and it hasn't happened in modern times, man. This is crazy. Like for them to try to excuse it, it makes absolutely no sense. Then they're over here. One of the arguments from his attorney is that him speaking at the rally, they're saying like basically they're just trying to take away his First Amendment rights. He had a right to say the things he said, but I'm knowing as clear as day that your First Amendment, you have First Amendment rights. We can't deny that. But at the same time, you can't be in a movie theater and yell fire, and then if there's no fire, and then people get trampled, and then somebody dies, you're liable. The person that yelled fire is liable and will be the murder of the person that got trampled. The person that yelled fire will be charged with it. You can have First Amendment speech. You have the right to free speech, but also you have consequences for the things that you say.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it simple, or they're trying to direct your eyes somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to not get you to focus on really what happened and really what's going on by picking out, oh no, Trump said you should go peacefully. No, he didn't say this. It's like you guys keep hanging on one word or two words. It's the totality.
Right.
It's the
Right.
totality of everything. That's
Yeah.
why we want to see the court hearing. I want to see the hearing or the trials of when the people that were responsible for the insurrection, when they go to trial. I want to hear what they say and listen to the reasons in court of why they did what they did, because they blame the president. They said
a
they
lot
did
of them
it
are
because
like
the president.
yeah, a lot of them, they were upset that they didn't get pardoned from the president. They're like, we're moving on your word. You're not going to get us out.
Exactly. And the fact that those people on the Hill know that when it was all happening, and Trump was just watching it on TV, and I'm sure he was smiling.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't have an issue with what was going on. And it's those little things right there that they don't want somebody to put the whole story together, because it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look crazy.
I mean, you can go to his Twitter. You can go to Trump's Twitter page. I mean, you can't now because he lost privilege. But during the insurrection, I was on his page, and he was like, "Great Americans" and all this. And I saw the whole rally up until Trump speaking. A lot of the people that were talking, like, they're on some wacko stuff, man. They were already on some wacko stuff. Like, they shouldn't even have been on stage. Like, it was like Trump was like the climax to when Trump started speaking. It was like the climax to the rally to get everybody riled up. Like Rudy Giuliani. What did Rudy Giuliani say? He said we're gonna have to have trial by combat. Trial by combat. So what it obviously, they're talking about force. Then Trump comes and when he speaks after Rudy Giuliani, what does he say? We're gonna have to fight like hell. So maybe if people misinterpreted what he said, I mean, I guess you can use that as an argument, but at the same time, you can't.
That's kind of where the Democrats, you can tell the messaging, right?
Right.
They're using stuff like trial by combat, treason, all those words. So the Democrats, okay, we're gonna use sedition, insurrection. Let's and so when the Democrats are using those words, you can hear the Republicans. That's when the Republicans think, "Oh, they're going so far. This wasn't an insurrection. This wasn't an insurrection." Yeah, it was. Don't try to change the words. They had gallows out there, right?
Yeah.
They had guillotines out there ready to take heads. And I asked myself, if they would have got a hold of one of them senators, they're really going to do something. I don't think they were in there to not do something.
Yeah.
Because the way they bum rushed some police, they was ready to do something.
Yeah, they definitely were. And then I mean, like the guy that got the police officer that got killed, like he got his skull crushed. You know, that was a police
Exactly.
officer, you know. And what are they gonna do to the senator, bro? And then Mike Pence, they really wanted to hang Mike Pence.
Yeah, and see,
They
like I
wanted to
said,
hang him.
what can you tell people
Hmm?
like that, man? What can you say to people like that? It's like you you want Mike Pence to do what? Uh, Say, oh, the election's not real. Donald Trump is still the president.
Yeah.
Pence is not a fool. He's not a fool, and he knows he can't do that.
Yeah.
But I just
It's just like it's just like it reminds me of like little kids throwing temper tantrums, you know, when they can't have their way. It's like, you know, well, I can't have my way. I'm gonna throw this damn bowl of cereal on the carpet. You know, they're just throwing a temper tantrum and just trying to will their way, and it just is not going to happen. The election is over. He lost the election fair and square. There were counts and recounts. He spent like $3 million in Wisconsin for a recount. People are getting sued for defamation, talking about the Dominican voting machines,
Dominion, yeah.
the Dominican. Yeah, they're talking about the Dominion voting machine. You know, Rudy Giuliani, you know, he's about to get sued. The My Pillow guy, he's making his rounds on the circuit, and that dude, he didn't lost. You know, he's apparently he's an ex crackhead. You know, ex crackhead, which you know. I mean, no, I mean he admitted that. You know, he's a recovering addict. You know, so I'm not going to hold that against him. But I think when he was doing crack, he lost some of his mind, bro. Because
You
he's just going on with the conspiracy theories and it's just ridiculous, man. And I'm waiting
who
for
else?
this trial to get. I'm gonna watch every minute of it and to see if justice is finally going to be served. Because Trump has gotten away with everything. He's never been accountable for anything he's done in office.
You know when nobody wants to put the pieces together. Nobody even wants to see the pieces get put together because that puzzle was going to look crazy. You know what I'm saying? But when I sit back and think about Fox News and how they've aided and abetted, from the beginning. Lou Dobbs,
Oh
he done lost his show, right?
yeah,
Lou Dobbs and lost his.
yeah. Lou Dobbs. They took Lou Dobbs off the air because all he's doing is he's just a propaganda pusher, man. Like all these fake stories, these just made up stories and with no actual factual, no backup to it. It's like you can't present facts, but people still continue to run with the same issue. People still have the same run with the same issue. Like the election, there were recounts. There were multiple recounts, and it's like he lost. There was no voting machine. The guy in Venezuela that's no longer here, that's been dead for some years, had nothing to do with anything with this election. He's no longer here, hasn't been with us for years. But on that note, I'm going to I'm going to watch the impeachment trials tomorrow. I'm going to tune in, and hopefully, some people will be held accountable. They're going to try to make the trials as short as possible, and get to the stimulus and get things running back full steam in this country. And this impeachment trial is going to be very interesting. I'm interested in seeing if Trump will finally be held accountable, if the Republicans in office will finally have a backbone. And yeah, with that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and catch us on the next show at 426. The 426 show. Catch us on the next show. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave your comments. Leave your dislikes, and catch you on the next show. Have a good one.